Hello. Recently I watched a video by a positive only trainer talking about the importance of management in dog training. And he was extolling why, we forget this massively important thing of management. And he shared a video of his own dog being managed, essentially. So just to be clear, there is a difference between management and training. Management can prevent a lot of negative things from happening. If I keep my dog on a long line, that is a system of management, and it prevents him from running out and maybe being hit by a car. So that's an important thing. If I put up a child gate to stop my dog running out of the door, this is management. And again, this might save my dog's life, and that could be very important. The thing I want you to bear in mind though is management is not the same as dog training. So I could keep that child gate up for 5 years, and then one day somebody leaves the gate open, my dog still runs out and gets hit by a car because the management itself won't prevent him from running out the front door. It only does so physically, not mentally. Mentally, he still wants to run out the front door, and he may at some point get the opportunity. Similarly, keeping a dog on a long line prevents it from running away, but in itself doesn't teach the dog to want to be with you. It just prevents it from running away. And eventually the dog may learn the radius of the long line, so you find the dog never runs beyond that radius because he knows roughly where he's going to get hit by the end of the line. Take that dog off that line after 2 years, he runs, he stops, he waits to get hit, he doesn't get hit by the end of the line, he goes a little bit further, suddenly realizes he's free, and he runs off and he never comes back. So be clear, management in itself doesn't train the dog to carry out the behavior that you want. It just prevents him from carrying out the behavior that you don't want him to do. But it can be very useful as part of a training regime. So if a trainer is working with you and asking you to keep the dog on the line, but shows you then how to encourage the dog to want to recall, that then becomes an important part of that dog's education, because it means while he's being trained, he can't run away and get lost. He does, however, learn the length of the line, and most dogs will learn to recognize when they're on the line. So once you take the line off, it doesn't mean that he won't still run away. He might realize that he's loose and still run off. But what you're hoping for is that the training that you're doing while he's wearing it creates a dog who wants to be with you. So just be aware of the difference between training and management. If you've got a dog who's aggressive towards passers-by, and you're told by a behaviorist or a trainer that every time somebody's coming towards you, turn and go the other way, that is a system of management. I wouldn't expect a behaviorist to make you pay for that advice, because you've probably figured that out for yourself. You didn't need a behaviorist to say go in the other direction. So what they need to do is give you some tools in the meantime, whilst you're avoiding people, on how to teach the dog how to behave when you do meet people, because sooner or later somebody's going to come around the corner that you didn't expect, and you need to have tools to be able to deal with that. But as a part of a training program, in some situations I could see where there was some merit in it, but my client doesn't pay me for advice that they could already work out themselves. So if you've got a trainer or a behaviorist you're working with who's just giving you a system of management, right, he's aggressive towards people, shut him away every time people come round, he's aggressive towards passers-by, turn and go the other way whenever you see one, or other dogs, turn and go in the other direction. If he runs out the front door, put up a child gate. These are all just management systems. And if the trainer isn't giving you any more than that, you've probably got the wrong trainer. But if he's advising you on using management systems whilst training new behaviors, right, we're going to put a child gate up so he can't run away, we're going to encourage him to want to stay, and we're going to create some negative consequences if he decides he wants to run away, as a package, that will get a dog who wants to be with you. So again, just don't be misled into believing that nothing but management will train your dog. Best of luck.